And it looks like I'm live. Alright. Let's get this turned on. Let's get the game in. Alright. We're back with another test. I'm trying to adjust a few more of these settings that should allow the game to run a little better. It may close out for a moment. How's everybody doing today? It should come back here in a moment. Uh-oh. It looks like it may have crashed. I guess that's what I get for starting stuff all at once. Should have had that ready, I guess. I'll just load that back up. Minimize view. Open you. Come on. Start. Wasn't expecting it to just kind of crash on me. So, funny story, I'm running this thing as fast and as best as I can, but it's not quite keeping up. This morning I bought a new computer, which should allow me to stream at a higher quality. I just need to get it set up, and I need to get a camera, because this thing has a hard time seeing me. If the game will load, may end up playing Banished. "60 seconds is not responding." Huh. Oh, hello. Boo. Oh, geez. Okay, that's loud. Hi, Jammy Sleet. How's it going? I'm trying to get onto 60 seconds, but it's not cooperating with me. We'll try one more time, and then we may have to end up hopping over to Banished. That's good to hear. I may try Aim Labs, just so everyone can see how terrible I am at tracking. I'm doing pretty good. So far, my frame rate hasn't dropped to oblivion, so good so far. Oh, and it started. Okay. Jammy, you're my lucky charm now. It only started because somebody was here. All right. New game. Classic mode. Oh, hold up. I should double check that. Return. Make sure that my settings stayed. Audio. Audio's good. That's good. Very low. Oh, I shouldn't have hit apply. It was. Oh, now I'm going to crash. I know I'm going to crash because that happens every time. That's because I put some old TV border around the game screen. You're watching me watch myself play games. Yeah, as much sense as that makes. Alright, jump into Apocalypse. Alright, we'll try again on normal this time. Last time I didn't do normal, and... Or no. Whoa! Hello! Did I get a second audio playing here? Hello, Ember! How's it going? Yeah, it's having a hard time keeping up. I will be fixing that in a few of my later streams once I figure out a bit more. Alright, let's... Come here, little Timmy. Go for it. Go, go, go. Grab the wife. Grab the axe. As much as I love the daughter, I think I'm going to leave her behind in favor of more water. Come on. Oh, I didn't make it. This is very... yeah, I'm sorry for it being a little laggy. I set as many of the settings to low as I could. As long as it's not pixelating, I'm still good to go. Let me check my bitrate, how that's going. Sorry if the screen goes blank for a moment. My bitrate is still... could be better. Yeah, it's having a hard time capturing... Honestly, it would have a hard time capturing even just the game footage. The fact that I'm adding the virtual stream on top of it. Darn it. Oh, for this time it didn't actually end the game right away. The first time I did this and the dad didn't make it, it actually just ended the game. Did it do that again? It did. It did it again. Darn it. Yeah, I can see the lag going on here. I've got another little setup right here. Yeah, I know if she becomes mutated. I didn't think it was the roaches that did it. Or, not explicitly the roaches. I thought it was just if she became exposed to radiation. So I sent her outside to answer the phone. I sent her out to do stuff. I didn't know she wouldn't kill me, though. I just knew she needed less food and other things. I also think that it's like you have to feed them every 8 days or something. Feed and water the people. Hello, Lemon. How's it going? This is the most talkative chat I've had yet. Alright, first aid kit, daughter, wife. Suitcase is way over there. Where's the kid? Come on, go. Get out of my way. Come on, go, go, go. Why are they always so far away? Come on, come on. Grab her. Grab. Nope. Forget it. Run, run, run. Go, 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 go. My problem is always water. Alright. I got no more time. Yeah, I know it's a little laggy. I'm sorry about the lag. I'm working on a better setup. This is what I've got for now until probably the new year. I'm kind of snowed in to go get more equipment. But really, I just need a camera, and I should be good to go with my other setup. I'm pretty sure she still needs some food, just not as much. But hey, I got everyone this time. Didn't get the suitcase like I wanted. Oh, they have harmonica this time. All of us made it into the shelter, just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. Remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We vaguely remember stashing some things in the shelter because there was no room for them upstairs. Turns out, being messy can really work in your favor. We don't have that much food, no one's complaining, yet, but even canned soup might become an extravagant dish quite soon. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. How many days can they go without food and water? Been busy since we got to the shelter, but there's still much to be done. Like taming the shrubbery in our yard. That's definitely something we want to do when we get out of here. If there's a nuclear blast, I don't think any greenery survived. Depends on how close it was. Day 2. Maybe moving away won't be too bad. We can probably make new friends, meet new people, provide anyone is still alive, that is. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. Like the good scout he is, Timmy is making the best of this situation. He even seems cheerful. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Ted is fine. I'll send somebody up. Playing a game or two might be a good way to relieve the mood and take our mind off the problems of today and tomorrow. And hey, playing games is good for you, so why not give it a try every now and then? My last playthrough, I got one of the cats. An old dude with a bag gave me a cat. We thought playing the silent game would be a good idea. No. The silence was too annoying and we quickly stopped. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine today. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in a good mood today. We hope it stays this way. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Oh boy, only one can of soup. Who should I send? I don't know who to... I kind of want to send him. The cat bad? The cat was awesome. Yeah, I know there's something bad with the cat. I love cats. Let's send the boy. What can you send you with? Send him out with the gas mask so he doesn't get sick. Day 4. I believe he comes back day 10 or 11. So I just gotta hold out till then. We should get Mary Jane something to drink. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what we'll do if he doesn't come back. We gave him the gas mask. If there's one thing we need, that's water for Dolores. Ted needs water to survive. See, the thing was also, it was like a big orange cat, and I don't know. Playing with matches is never a good idea. Doing it so in a tiny underground shelter is probably even worse. Lower on the good idea scale. A few matches later and we ended up with flames licking up one of our walls. Time is short, we need to put it out and save our supplies. What do we save? Well, I got one. I got one thing to save, so that. I didn't forget them, I just didn't have time for them. You try picking up something in 60 seconds, alright? You run through your house. I've actually got a go bag myself. Oh, hello, Smurfette. Welcome to my stream for once. That was close. We were able to put out the fire and nothing seems to be damaged. At least not very badly. Let's just hope that doesn't happen again or we might need to call the firemen. Are they even still firemen left? Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink. Fast. Dolores will not survive without water for any longer. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. Oh, he needs a drink right now. I'm pretty sure you can go 8 days without water, food and water. I'm gonna push it to 6. I cannot remember. I just remember there's a thing about it. And it's gonna drive me nuts. It was terrible. We can't sleep. We've been having problems with sleeping ever since we got down here. But now it's worse than ever. If we don't deal with the problem, we won't be able to cope with any other challenges that await us outside these thin shelter doors. Timmy will be coming back eventually. They'll have to be exhausted for now. Sleep is for the weak. Like me. I only got 3 hours of sleep. Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or 2 of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired now than we were, and there are other problems that we need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away or save us from radiation sickness. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Mary Jane is really tired. Dolores will not survive without water. Dolores is really tired. Ted looks like he's got 1 foot in the grave. Oh, thank you, Ember. You've got 6 what? Regular watchers? Oh! You got... Okay, oh, wow. I started a conversation and lost track of it halfway through. Let's give them water for now. I've got excess of water. It's been a while since we showered. The smell in the tiny shelter is far from roses as it can get. We had thought of washing ourselves. Too bad we didn't grab any soap. Along the way, we maybe can make do with something else? Aha! Yeah, I've been drinking lots of soda. I do not prefer coffee. I just can't get over the oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. This is bad. If Timmy comes back, this is gonna be really bad. The world has ended. Who cares about showering? We can get used to it. Adapting shouldn't be hard. It'll be like camping trip. It will. Oh no, that smell. It's just terrible. Don't puke. Don't. Suspicious looking stains cover parts of this page. Mary Jane's contracted an illness, Dolores got ill, and Ted got ill. Wow, I've never... Wow. I can cure one of them. I'm going to cure Ted. We've been busy since we got to the shelter. It's kind of like Papers, Please, but this one is more of a survival-based thing, while that one is kind of like double check, make sure you do the right thing, and don't do the right thing kind of thing. Yeah. If that's the right thing I'm thinking about. We've been busy since we got to the shelter, but there's still much to be done, like trimming the shrubbery in our yard. That is definitely something we want to do when we get out of here. I don't think any of them are going to be up for that. Oh, and Timmy is sick. Oh, but the gas mask is still good, and he got an axe! He didn't get any more soup. Let's just leave all those questions for now. We are so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. It turned out the calling of an ambulance is not an option anymore. We reached out to the hospital, it's in ruins, but parts of it turned out to be still standing. More or less, we decided to go. Oh, I did get a can of soup. Though the rubble, we made the best of it. The canteen had a respectable supply of tomato soup. It looks like this was the only thing they fed their patients. Now we're 100% sure it's healthy. Tomato soup. Just tomato soup sounds like torture to me. Although I guess it's better than nothing. There were plenty of bottles of liquid in one of the wards. Peroxide or not, water is water and beggars can't be choosers. 2 bottles of waters and a med kit. Plus the... Wow, go Timmy. It is Timmy, right? Or Jimmy. He's a kid. It was hard to find a fully equipped first aid kit after all, it's a hospital. One of the dead patients had an axe sticking out of his back. According to her chart, she was feeling perfectly fine before the atomic blast. We decided he probably no longer needed the axe. I think that was a pretty safe assessment. Mary Jane's dad could use a little food. Timmy should eat something. Timmy feels sick. Timmy is really tired. Wow, yeah. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted is hungry and has recovered from sickness. So, we'll cure Dolores. They all get food. And Timmy gets water. One of the good things is that Ted goes crazy. You can use him for fight, and yes, there will be gore. Okay. We'll send someone out tomorrow. We'll send Ted out tomorrow. Hopefully he comes back a little less sane. Wow. And she's just tired now. Thirsty and tired, hungry, sick, tired. I gave him food just now. If there's one thing we do need it. No, hold on. I lost track of the thing and I wasn't even reading it yet. If there is one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that, or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option seems a bit more sane. And he will not try. Okay. Getting something to drink from Mary Jane sounds like a good right idea. Timmy is very hungry. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Dolores was cured from her illness. Ted is really thirsty. All right. Day 9. Send Ted. We'll send him out with a gas mask. Hopefully send him out with a gas mask. Let's see if he comes back. Day 10. Mary Jane is still rather sick. Timmy should eat something. If there was anything to report about Dolores, this is where it would have been written. Ted left for the surface. We hope you'll be back soon. I can give him a little bit of soup. He's still hungry. It's high time we stopped wondering about what's going on. Okay, I read this one. Do anything to keep Jane... Wow. They say ignorance is bliss, and sometimes it is. I'm a testament to that. Other day, without any clue what's going on, might not necessarily kill us. Mary Jane has rested. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. Dolores is quite calm given the situation. Next day. We locked up, and it's easy to grow tired of this situation. Dolores has not been looking rather down for a while. She's not even... Wow. How crazy is that? It's hard to say if we can help her, but trying to cheer her up may be worth a shot. Should I use the bug spray on her? I want to keep the roaches, so I won't be using it on the roaches. I don't want her to go insane. I don't want her to run away. Yeah, I'll go with it. I have never done it before. Oh, I got her sick again. Spraying someone in the face to make them smile sounded like a brilliant plan, until you try it. Then you realize there must have been a significant error in your line of reasoning. Not only do they not smile, they get angry. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Water is all Dolores wants. Dolores got ill. I'm going to give him another day or two. It's not the best time or place to make plans for the future, but we can't help thinking what we can do to make the best of this terrible situation. Is our house still standing, or we even have to move into some forsaken hole like Toronto? Ow. Jab at Toronto. Hey, they're still there. We can't make it work. Well, we can make it work, even in Toronto. Question is, how do we find a boat to get there? We heard that that's the best way to get to Europe. That's in Canada. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Timmy is in terrible shape, needs to give him water now. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. One more day. Okay. If I make it that long, sure. That trash can of ours is getting disgusting. Good news is we don't have much of appetite when we see it. If we're saving some food. Yet for some reason we would like to tidy this mess up. Those giant green cockroaches are pretty good motivator. I think that's what we were looking for. She'll get sick, and then she gets irradiated. Oh my, that thing is huge, and there goes another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doomed. We're already... I'm so excited for all the new... What's RuPaul's Drag Race? We already feel all dirty. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Timmy's in terrible shape, and we need to give him water now. Alright. Dolores has rested. Timmy didn't say a word. Robot face. Oh, hi back, Johnny. Welcome. Well, hi back, welcome back, Johnny. I don't have any money in my Steam account anymore. I've spent the last of it on a game called Witch-It, which I will try later. Sorry. I don't... Yes, 60 seconds is cool. I actually really got into the game when Markiplier was streaming it way back when. And then I ended up getting it. And oh, here comes a cat. Hi, cat. What you doing? Oh, I probably shouldn't get off screen here. Didn't say a word about it, but when he was outside, he scratched his hand on a wire or some rusty piece of metal. His wound is not looking pretty, and we need to do something about it. Amputation! Ted is back! And they didn't amputate his arm. He brought cards? He brought food! Oh, the gas mask is ruined. Oh, and the axe is ruined. Tim was very brave about the idea of cleaning up his wound with a heated axe blade. It was a bit painful, but it was over soon. The axe is in no shape to be used again, but Timmy seems much better. The stream is lagging. Yes, unfortunately, I've got not the best computer for streaming, so it's the buffering between my avatar and the game playing at the same time is causing my bitrate to just plummet. So, unfortunately, there might be a few frame rate drops. Yes, I know I need to feed them. Tate has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. During our expedition, we stumbled upon the ruins of a familiar building. Our local bank. Although a place like that might not be the ideal source of useful supplies, we decided to go in anyway. You never know what you might find, except for bags of cash, obviously. It looks like the bank was robbed just before the blast. The vault was cracked open with saws, hidden in teddy bears. Who does that? Anyway, we can see why they wanted to rob it so badly. The place was filled with tomato soup cans. How did all this end up here? Maybe the mail had it delivered to a bank instead of a food bank. 4 cans of soup! Wow! So this is how they guarded the place. Unacceptable. In the guard room, we found skeletons of 2 individuals who seemed to be who seemed to have been playing cards when the bombs hit. Good thing we kept all of our money in a really safe place. That is, our special cookie jar in the kitchen. Those guards didn't provide much security here, but their cards would contribute to a higher quality of shelter environment. Thanks. I got a suitcase! What you doing, cat? One of the counters, we found a suitcase full of money. It looks like someone was making a deposit right when the bombs fell. Well, they're not going to get the interest anytime soon. We got rid of the banknotes, but kept the suitcase. See, I love the suitcase because it allows them to carry more items when they venture out. If he had come back with the gas mask, that would have been fantastic. In the bank's back office, we found an open safe. It was empty, but the unlocked padlock we found next to it might prove useful. Damn it, our gas mask has damaged. During the expedition, Mary Jane Diet could use a little bit of food. Ted is hungry, Ted is really tired. Ted gets water, the rest of them do not get water. Should I send Mary Jane into the wasteland or Dolores? Because I don't think Dolores will come back. Seems awfully quiet outside. Maybe it's safe. Maybe it's not. We won't know until we go out. Oh, where are you going, cat? Okay. I'm gonna send out Dolores. We stumbled upon the remains of a bandit shantytown. Someone or something something, yes. Hopefully it is something, period. Someone or something tore it down. Incidentally, amidst the rubble, we found a cat licking its paws nonchalantly, surrounded by blood and dismembered limbs. As we made our way back to the shelter, the cat followed. We could now hear its paws impatiently scratching at our hatch. That just sounds like a bad idea. We don't need any more mouths to feed. Also, cats can't be entrusted, especially with these troubled times. We ignored the scratching and eventually it was quiet. Last night, we guessed the creature went away. Mary Jane is still rather sick. Timmy is very pale. That's not good. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted's stomach is rumbling. No, I did not take the cat! Let's see. Let's see here. I don't need to give Dolores food. Ted is hungry. He needs food. She needs food. What are you doing? You are going to knock my whole system down. Do not do that. Go, Dolores. We believe in you. Ted looks tired. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. Tuba was bad enough, but this coughing is even worse. Mary Jane needs medicine and quick. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now he should get him some water. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope he makes it back. She makes it back safe and sound. Ted is hungry. When did I... Today or just in general? We'll skip a day. The roaches seem to get more organized with every passing day. At first it was just one or two of them, but nowadays we see small columns of them marching through the shelter. We need to deal with this situation before their civilization becomes superior to ours. Ooh, I hope they don't kick me out. That would be embarrassing. Come here, cat. Well, I have probably my first stream was up about 3 years ago, and then I took a really long hiatus. Man, one moment. Need to get my new Mountain Dew. Cracking open a cold one with the survivors. Oh, and I just spilled it everywhere. All right. Well, that was fun. Yeah, my first stream was about 3 years ago. I think it was an Overwatch thing, and eventually I shot up to about 38 followers, and then I just kind of let it go out because I was determined to outdo a friend at the time who was trying to get to 50 before me. He kind of just piddled out with his stream right after he hit 50, and I never hit 50. So then I just kept gaming. Well, thanks for the follow, Milk. Is it? I'm gonna call you Milk. Thank you, Milk. And yeah, and then I just suddenly kind of got back into it. With the whole pandemic thing, I got sick, and then I was gone from work for like 3 weeks, and so I'm like, I gotta do something. So I just started streaming again. Living with roaches can't be too bad, right? Even if they're stealing our pillows, socks, and wallets. Why would roaches even need wallets? And that smell is horrible. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Tuba was back. Okay, medicine quick. Timmy's in chill shit. He needs water now. Ted doesn't drink anything. He won't last long. I blew up. Oh, right, yeah. I'm gonna give them all water. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulders paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal for just one can of soup. We get the bag and all of its contents. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take a step toward... I don't know if I should get this. The last time I tried to get him, or give him food, he ended up giving me the cat. So, I don't know. I'm gonna skip him. I don't want to waste the food. It's a lot of snoring. Our grandparents always told us to never buy anything on sight or sight unseen, and we're not about to start. Gone are the times of yard sales. We can manage without whatever junk is in that mysterious bag. Tuba was bad enough. She's medicine and quick. Nothing to report new on Timmy. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. I don't think Dolores is coming back. If I could cure Timmy, I would. It would cure a lot of my issues. Some of them. Not all of them. I got a lot more issues than what can be cured with medicine. We felt that we should do something about our interior decoration. The feng shui is really off in our fallout shelter. Feng shui of a fallout shelter. Two terms I didn't think would ever meet. While we were moving things around, we found a secret door. What's behind it? There's only one way to find out. No. Darn it. I didn't grab the rifle. I didn't grab a flashlight. Dolores came back with water and soup and bug spray and a gas mask and a book. Oh my god. Go Dolores. If I can cure Dolores, I should do that. Oh my god, she earned it. Oh, Jimmy's sick. Some things are better left untouched and unknown. Whatever is behind that door will have to stay there. We also stacked some furniture against it, and just to be sure no one comes through them. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. The local school's a big building a mile away from our house. Nobody liked that place. The atomic blast didn't change that. Now, without the windows and a few walls remaining, it looks even more unpleasant. Pleasant or not, it seemed like a good spot to hunt for some useful supplies. For 30 days? You lost Ted for 30 days? At that point, after 10 days, I just assumed they're dead. Wow. 30 days and came back. It looks even more unpleasant or not. It seemed like a good spot to hunt for some useful supplies. Everybody adored the lunch lady. She was almost 80 and everything she touched tasted great and smelled of tomato. Now I know her secret. Surprise, surprise, tomato soup. The biology class had an aquarium. The fish had died since no one fed them. But the aquarium water could still be drinkable. There was not enough for a few bottles. Two of those. Gas mask. The PE teacher was a World War II veteran. He kept some of his war trophies and memorabilia in his office at school. This included grenades, a bazooka, and a fully functional gas mask. You didn't take grenades? The local scout team had its own room in the school basement. We found it filled with boxes and boxes of scout handbooks. Maybe they were preparing for the apocalypse. Anyway, we just took one. Tuba was bad enough. Coughing is even worse. Mary Jane needs medicine, and quick. Timmy has rested. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores is really tired. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Day 20. They all get food and water. I thought he died at 4 days and he brought back nothing. Wow. The fact that if he was gone for 30 days and brought back nothing, I'd just kick him out. You can't do that. We always wanted a pet, but we just couldn't decide what to get. A cat? A dog? No matter, we have our very own cockroach colony now. Unless we want them to stay and play fetch, we should start doing something to drive them out. Though fetch option is quite likely, they're as big as small puppies. Keep them around. God, the fact that you would require a gun to shoot one. So far, oh, I think she died. Well, that's one less mouth to feed. When Mary Jane's sickness got worse, and when we weren't able to provide for her with medicine, she decided it's time to cure whatever she had on her own. She left a note saying she's not coming back, since she never liked our town to begin with. Living with roaches can't be too bad, right? Even if they're stealing our pillows, socks, and wallets. Okay, read that part. Nothing new to report new on Timmy. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted has rested. Are you sure he's not sick? He looks very sick. We need to make a choice. We'll send the sun. You know what? No. We'll send Ted. With a briefcase and a gas mask. I skipped it. Go back. There. Go, Ted! Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Hungry, sick, crazy, and tired. Wow. I didn't think she'd be all those. Timmy is just sick. She looks like a zombie. Dolores' sanity is questionable. The good scout he is, Timmy's making the best of the situation. He even seems cheerful. Wait, what does that say? Alright. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety, instead of getting ourselves into more trouble. If it's even possible at this situation. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military, and there's a cat behind me. What are you doing? I love you too. You are very pushy. You know of a mod that gives you infinite... Well, I don't want infinite food and water. That would kind of ruin the point of the game. And granted, I guess that would be fun for exploring all the different ways of playing it. But I don't think I'd want unlimited food and water. If there is one thing we need to do, it's use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency... Okay, I read this already. Oh, wait, go back. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water. He should drink some. Timmy is pretty fatigued. Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores would not last long without water. I can go at least one more day. Okay, we squash one with our boot. 2 others take its place. It's time to do something about this before we get completely overrun. Will they eventually leave? I think they'll eventually leave. I don't know. They're making everyone sick. Ooh, what was that? Maybe I should have squashed it. Our new cockroach roommates can be a bit messy, disgusting, and annoying, but surely it's not the worst thing that could have happened to us. And there's not much we can do about it anyway. Maybe one day we'll manage to convince them to pay the rent. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Dolores and Timmy both love to read. They are also both craving some fun and a challenge that doesn't include radioactive agony or being... The roaches don't leave. Oh, yeah. Or being eaten by a mutant raccoon. They decided to hold a competition to see who can read a scout book faster. Insane. Should we let them? Sure, why not? I hope they don't tear it. The phone on day 25. Wow. Tin has been outside for far too long, and he still has not returned. We fear he isn't coming back. I gave him a briefcase and a gas mask. Oh dear, they basically tore the book apart, and it's impossible to say who won. Both Dolores and Timmy seem really content, though maybe one book is a small price to pay for their temporary happiness. Timmy's on his best behavior. How long will that last? Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores needs a doctor or at least pills. It is now or never. I don't have any medical supplies for you, Dolores. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop. Yeah, here we are. I'm going to have to give it to Dolores. She's probably going to perish soon anyway. Oh my god, she came back. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We still started exchanging information, and it was all cut short when something must have happened along their side. Get back. We hope they get back to us. We're glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Timmy's on his best behavior. Ooh. I feel like this means she's about to kill someone. I hope it's not Timmy. I think they can go 2 more days. Ted is just gone. The roaches seem to get more organized with every day. At first it was just 1 or 2 of them, but now, okay. I'm gonna get rid of the roaches. Since I don't have Mary Jane anymore, they're just making everything worse. We won the battle, and maybe even the whole war. After the massacre was over, they tied up the cockroach remains and dumped them next to our shelter door. Let that be a warning to all other insects out there. Don't mess with us. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now Timmy should go for some water. Timmy's not a fan of syringes, but he needs the big one. The sooner, the better. Dolores needs a doctor. 1 more day. I can send Timmy out. I gotta send him with nothing. Good luck, Timmy. Jimmy. I already forgot his name. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what will happen if he doesn't come back. Dolores needs to drink and eat. Caring for one person is a lot easier. It's difficult to keep our spirits up in this situation. We hope the whole mess will be over soon, or else we might end up in the place much worse than this cozy shelter. I know that sometimes they can get... Oh, it ended. She died. Timmy's gone. Ted's gone. Darn. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life, but we can't lose hope. Timmy can sneak a little secret agent man, but that might not be enough to avoid the bandit and raider camps near our shelter. We can probably assume he isn't coming back. Dolores' sickness progressed quickly. Coughing, fever, chest pains. She didn't recover. We didn't make it. These are our final words and our advice to anyone who reads this. Obscured writing. We held out for 29 days. That's actually one of my longer ones now. That's great. Oh, what's going on? Oh, I gotta hit this. I thought it went. All right, I'm gonna take a quick intermission here. I've got to let a cat out and clean up a large spill that I may or may not have made. I will be right back. Come on. You want to go? Come on. Oh, come on, you little lazy shit. Little what? Hello, I have returned. That was a short intermission there while I got some things cleaned up. Hello, legend. How's it going? Huh. Okay, so that is fitting on there correctly. I wasn't sure if my chat box was filling things in correctly. Alright. I still plan to stream for at least another 1 or 2 rounds, depending on how these go. So, stay as long as you like. We'll play classic mode. Apocalypse. Oh, I probably shouldn't put this little... I need to find a thing for this. I've got a... Oh, I do have a thing for this. What? Why am I not using it? Oh, and I hit my nice computer. I want to be able to witness my stream from a different perspective so I can see if all my stuff is working. Stop breaking. So I have this little clip. Don't knock over. Man, I need a bigger desk. All right. "1:30 a.m. How late is it?" Oh, it's all... Ember, where are you from? That's like 4 hours ahead of me. No, it's... You're 3 hours ahead of me. Oh wow, Dolores is right there. To the shelter. I made it! I made it! I made it! Oh! Oh, man! Oh, man! I did not think I was gonna make it with the axe! Oh, man! Then the suitcase got in the way, and I'm like, oh, God! For Myrtus, it's 12:40. I got everyone a good chunk of food and water. Look at this. Oh, and a lock, just in case I get raided. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. This was, as long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember... Okay, I've read a lot of this. We can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter, but we were not complaining. We probably... Excuse me, we should have stocked it better anyway. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans. We'll sleep on cans. We'll even talk to cans. Some of us already do. Plenty of water means we don't have to worry about that for some time. All right. Eat, drink, 8 days. Oh dear, we just remembered we planned on taking this trip south in 2 months. What if it's still there? We are going, right? We're pretty sure they didn't bomb warm places. If there was a nuclear bomb to be detonated on the US, I think one of the first cities would probably be Houston, Texas. Or Florida. Because they might just be darn scared of Floridians. Floridians. Day 2. Our relocation is probably something we all need to discuss after we get out of here. It's always better when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new had happened to Mary Jane today. Like a good scout, okay, good scout. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Time to ration supplies. This time we'll send Ted, and maybe he comes back with a thing. We've been smelling something funny in the shelter ever since we woke up. Sure enough, there was something. Something or someone started a fire, and it's already spreading. We can't save everything. Save the medical supplies. Wow, that was quick. So what about the cabinet? The wooden cabinet. Honestly, with the amount of oxygen in there, if you started a fire, it probably wouldn't get too big. And if it did get big, then it would probably kill everyone inside before you could get under control. Drugs! Get the drugs! That was our first thought, and we were able to secure the med kit before it was burnt to ashes. But the fire grew quickly and damaged other supplies. We need to go through our stuff and see what's fine and what's not. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. Like a good scout, Timmy is making the best out of his situation. He even seems cheerful. Dolores is fine as well, as much as anyone can be, and, well, in this tiny shelter. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to crappy place. Day 3. Fresh toxic air. He doesn't have a suitcase, no gas mask, so... Sorry, Ted. Be the family man. Everyone has to drink sometimes, including Mary Jane, if there's any water left. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now he should go for some water. Water is all Dolores wants. Ted left for the surface. Hope he comes back soon. What was that? A rat? Rats are usually smaller than cats, and what's with the double tail? We can't let that thing get to our supplies. I got the axe! Yes! For once I have the axe when I need the axe! I'm a very, very unlucky person, so I wouldn't be surprised if I died really quick. If nuclear bombs detonate, it is estimated several billion people are going to die. There's a very good chance one of us is going to be one of them. Even I consider myself a little prepared. More than likely, I'm going to get killed like right off the bat. Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess we're still top of the food chain for us. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We really need to find her something to drink fast. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Dolores will not survive without longer. You will survive without water for longer, because I say you will survive. What we wouldn't give to be able to enjoy the sunshine again. We can't say there's a lot to light under the ground. We don't expect it to get any brighter down here. Uh-oh. We can take care of ourselves. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We need to get her water fast. Dolores will not survive without water. Timmy needs water. No, not yet. You know what? I should have grabbed the gun. They found a hidden cabinet behind the dresser there, and they wanted to investigate. Ted came back! Oh my god! Wow! Well, hey, this just got a lot easier. Somewhat. If only we could have had a few drops of water, we could have avoided what happened. Dolores died of dehydration last night. Lack of water drove Timmy insane. He opened the shelter door and ran away without looking back. He's not likely to return. When Mary Jane found out she's not getting a single drop of water, she got furious. She stormed out into the wasteland. 9 days. Wait, I'm on day 10. I should have given them on day 8. I didn't realize I had passed day 8. That is on me. My bad. Getting her water one way or another, we're seriously terrified right now. Some things are better left untouched and unknown. Whatever is behind that door will have to stay there. We also stacked some furniture against it. If nukes dropped near me, the lake, because I live near a lake house, would probably kill me by flood or by alligators. Depends on how close the explosion was. It's very possible that the water would be evaporated instantly, but if it's that hot, you'd probably be burned alive instantly. Otherwise, a shock wave nearby would actually cause something similar of a tidal wave of a bunch of water. It'd probably just get swept away in a giant wall of water and rushing air. If you're far enough away that you're not impacted by the shock wave, alligators are still a pretty good option. Our home wasn't the only one to suffer. Ted safely returned from his voyage. Most of our neighborhood was destroyed by the blast. The street was completely covered with piles of rubble. Chunks of walls and roof tiles. A rare passerby in a gas mask can occasionally be seen from a distance scavenging for supplies. We found only one of our neighbors picking up books. He claimed he was looking for one titled How to Serve a Man. Apparently it's a cookbook. All he found was a scout handbook, which he gave to us. It's not the same, he claimed, for reasons that he didn't get into. A band of kids was playing war nearby ruins. They had plenty of real guns and ammunition. It's very encouraging to see that kids are making the best of this terrible situation. They even shared some ammunition with us. Ember, if you've ever read a book called Alas Babylon, it takes place in Louisiana? No, Florida. And it's about when the Cold War doesn't stay cold, and it actually takes place where the shock waves and the impact zones leave such a large area in Florida that a group of people are able to survive. It's a good read, too. Oh, Ted gets food and water. Ted is in no state to go out there, can't use the radio. Let's see how long I survive as just Ted. Probably could have picked up more stuff if it was just me and Ted. Ted is hungry. If there is one thing we need to do, it is to use a radio on a regular basis. Whatever. Ted can go a day or two without food. During the night, we heard some suspicious sounds coming from behind our door. When we peeked out in the morning, we saw a leather suitcase. It has no address name on it. We're pretty sure it was meant for us. Should we open it? Sure. I got nothing else to lose at this point. I'm still here. Oh, and I've lost a hand. Damn it, the gift of the booby trap box. There was nothing inside besides some junk, and as soon as we opened the suitcase, it exploded. Is anybody hurt? Ted was hurt. Ted will get that. Our patience is wearing thin. We thought it would only be a good idea to take a quick look outside to see if there's any trouble in the area. As soon as we were about to step out, a pair of animal eyes flashed in the darkness. Their owner started growling in a most terrifying way. We only had a moment to decide what to do. Oh, I really read most of the time, but it's like fiction. The Amulet book series, real good books. You should give it a check out. The Last Babylon is a work of fiction, but it's kind of like Fallout, where it's like, what if things went a little differently? One of my favorite trilogies I read, I haven't read a book in a while. The most recent thing I've read was Sherlock Holmes, and I haven't even finished that whole book yet. But the Airborne trilogy. It's called Airborne, Skybreaker, and Star Climber. And that was a fantastic trilogy. It's kind of like why I'm steampunk streamer today. I'm gonna use the. I'm gonna save the bug spray for the roaches. Let's hope this isn't bad. All right, Ted's still alive. Still got stuff. Well, we felt it was too risky to face whatever horror waited in the shadows. We did what any sane person would do and shut the door. The creature was gone the next morning. Ted's stomach is rumbling. All Ted wishes for are a few drops of water. Ted's injuries are all fixed. Was Dogman? Isn't that the, like, Captain Underpants Dogman? Nope, the phone rang. Day 14. They say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue what's going on might not necessarily kill us. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Well, send Ted. Hopefully he doesn't get radiation sickness. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear the gasp of relief. A lot of issues is often lengthy conversation with his sock puppet. I think I missed a bit here. Ted tries to hide it, but it's obvious he has a lot of issues. He often has lengthy conversations with the sock puppet. All right. I can't send anyone out. What we would do to give to be able to enjoy the sunshine again. We can't stay there. There's a lot of stuff to do. There isn't a lot of light underground. We don't expect it to get any brighter down here. Oh, that's a lot of snoring. As long as we're safe, we can stay down here. No new problems are troubling Ted this morning. We always thought life could be much better than it was before we got nuked. Now we think life could have been much better. In a way, not that much has changed. By the way, how is my audio? Last time I streamed, my audio, the in-game audio was overpowering my voice, and I can't tell if I've gone too far the other way, or if it's still overpowering. Fond memories are one thing, but we need Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for harsh reality that awaits us. All Ted wishes for are for a few drops of water. I really hope one of them comes back. This is the trader. I'm not going to give him soup because he's probably going to give me the cat. I have not watched the Netflix series Captain Underpants. I didn't know they made a Netflix series for that. That sounds interesting. That's a little chunk of my childhood. Our grandparents always taught us not to ever buy anything sight unseen. The last thing we expected to hear while sitting on the fallout shelter was a trumpet that was played by someone who clearly not a trumpet player, and who has probably never heard of a trumpet play in his entire life. He came with a friend who knocked on the door and demanded that we let the merry men enter so they could take from the rich and give to the poor. Should we let them in? Yeah, whatever. This playthrough's getting pretty old. Oh, they probably took some stuff. Oh, they gave me a radio. Those merry folks were very kind. They noticed we didn't have a radio and so offered us one. When we asked where they got it from, they just said the 1%. Ted looks like he's got one foot in the grave. He needs to get a drink right now. One more day. We've heard something about supply drops on the radio. This might be what we need to survive, and it's supposed to happen near our house. Shall we go out and find it if it's really happening? No gas mask. Oh, darn it. I should have given him the water. Chat, why didn't you tell me to give him the water? That was too dangerous to go out there without any protection, so we decided to stay indoors and listen to the radio. The static is so relaxing. Ted has always had a heart of gold. That's why we weren't really shocked to find him feeding our supply to some disgusting fat cockroach. Both Ted and the bug seemed really happy, so we didn't manage to stay mad for long. Although when Ted started sharing jokes and life stories with the cockroach, we became a bit suspicious. Too many days without water took their tolls on Ted. He died of dehydration. All places we could have perished, this is probably not the best one. Or maybe not. Spent 20 days in the shelter. Ha! Well, that sucked. I could go again, or I could try starting another game called Banished, which might work a little better. It might not. It's kind of up to y'all. I'm good going again at this one. I can sit for hours. Wonder if my head turns in the camera when I look this way. Have you ever played Strike Force Heroes? I have not. Huh. My head does turn weirdly, but alright. I can start as the mother? Man, my voice is going out on me. Have you ever played Broforce? Let's start with the mother this time and see what happens. I haven't done that before. Man, excuse me. I do kind of want to try the space one, the 60 parsecs, just because I love the idea of space. But I also know it's kind of odd. Is she slower than Ted? Oh, that's about it. No more time. Woo! Actually did pretty good on that one. Girl power. I got an achievement. I've been getting a lot of achievements today. I got the map. I almost never get the map. I had the harmonica, got a chessboard, plenty of water this time. Truth or dare? Truth. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. That was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. I remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. When we opened the shelter door, we noticed some of the shelves were already stocked. We can't really say we recall. Okay, so... Oh man, I should have brought more food. Oh, looky here. One of us must have hid the inside of a suitcase a while ago. We had a harmonica. All right. Does the harmonica change the audio that I'm hearing? Huh. We're a regular family, so we don't have the occasional argument or two, but it was never as intense as the fight we just got into. No one wants to speak to each other. Let's just hope it won't last too long. I did not quit. I gave up. The last game, I was pretty much already dying as Ted, and beating it with only him kind of seemed fruitless. Kind of an all or nothing. I didn't just quit the game. No, I'm still playing it at the moment. I could switch over to something else if y'all would like. I do believe there are 4 people watching, so if anyone else has got an opinion, I would love to hear it. We're done fighting, but for how long? It's always better than when things are calm. Luckily, nothing new happened to Mary Jane. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Life is hard for us all right now, but Dolores is in good mood today. We hope it'll stay this way. Ted is not complaining, at least not very much. We send Ted. We are not alone. There's a huge hairy bunny beast that seems to be hiding in one of the pipes. It's been poking its head out, eyeing our measly food stash. We can't let it in here. Get to it. We can't let it be in here when we sleep. All right. All right, Ember, truth or dare? Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess we'll still top off the food chain. We're still top of the food chain. Mary Jane says she's fine. Everyone's fine. Everyone's fine. Don't need to worry. Everybody's fine. We should go outside. Well, actually send Dolores this time. With the suitcase. She should be able to bring back extra supplies. Alright, Ember. I dare you to bring more people in to watch my stream. Let's see what you do to that. Water is what Mary Jane needs most right now. What about Timmy? Something to drink. He's not looking well. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. I gotta stop. I keep it like going up and down in my seat, adjusting my posture, and it's throwing off my camera. I can see it tracking weird. My head keeps going way down. My face keeps going off. It's having a hard time capturing my lips. I don't know. Doesn't really matter how, Ember. It just, that was the dare. That's what you wanted. Host it. That is one way to do it. And hello, Cool Rock Puppy 101. Do you have puppy facts 101? What's that trickling sound? And why is the wall so wet? We're about to get flooded. We don't have the life preservers. Or a boat. A boat wouldn't even fit inside the shelter. What do we need to do? Something. We need to save it. Hold up, let me text my friend. Even one person works. It doesn't even need to be forever. Or for long. Before any of this... Man. Wow. My voice cracked. Wow. That hasn't happened in a while. Before any of the stream squirting from the wall could hit our map, we tore it down. It was the only thing now that to not get wet during our little flood. After the water level had dropped, we started cleaning up. We might not finish before the next apocalypse hits. Mary Jane keeps fainting. She needs water fast. Give him water now. Damn it, he said no. What's that sound? A galloping horse. Alright. This might give us some supplies. This is exactly why I saved the map. He gave us a flashlight! Which means if we come across the door in the back of the shelter again, we can go in it and look. There might be stuff in it. We might all die. A can of food, instant death for everyone. One in the hand, worth two in the bush kind of instance. They seemed friendly enough, so we let them take a look at our map. They thanked us and offered us some supplies. In exchange, we graciously accepted and wished them good luck on their quest. Mary Jane says she's fine, doesn't need anything. Nothing new with Timmy. Everyone's doing well. When we ran out of songs, short poems you remember from school, and funny silent movie quotes, we decided we are just a step away from going insane. We have to do something or else we might start thinking about the virtues of welfare, the virtues of a welfare state. Imagine that. What do we do? There are many ways you could get people to join, but let me think of another one. A game of checkers, a cup of coffee, and a newspaper is all the 1950s man's needs. There is no coffee down here, and the paper boy probably got blown up. Yay, checkers! It's impressive how well Mary Jane is handling the situation. She looks fine today. Timmy's on his best behavior, but how long will it last? Ted is fine. What would we give to be able to enjoy the sunshine again? We can't say there's a lot of light down... We can't say there's a lot of light underground. We don't expect it to get any brighter down here. She can't... Wow! Woo! That's a lot of stuff! Dolores is awesome! It's still better to be safe down here than dead up there. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. We quickly discovered that the local supermarket has become the base of operations for a raider group. They are armed and dangerous. Sometimes they would leave to plunder and ransack the area. Even if it's risky, that's what the best time to try and steal from them. 4 cans and 6 bottles of water? Wow! Sneaking through the store shelves provide us with a few soup cans. The way was clear for the staff room. Alright. I dare you to attend my next stream. Whenever that'll be. The way was clear to the staff room. Inside we found nothing but a water cooler. Free water for employees, and wow, that must have been a dream job. We were in such a rush that the raiders could have come back any minute. We grabbed a few things at random, but one of them turned out to be a bug-killing spray. Okay, so got that back. Damn it, we really like that suitcase. Well, it's gone now. Water is what Mary Jane needs most right now. How about getting something to eat? Or no, to drink. Ted is really thirsty. Yeah. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop. We'll send her. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the... Yeah, I've read this like a dozen times. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so out loud. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. Dolores has barely any strength left. If she doesn't eat tonight, she will not last till morning. This time we'll send Ted. I'll go with truth. I can't really do much in the way of dares, as I kind of have to stay in screen here. Otherwise my avatar starts freaking out on me. The walls are closing in on us in this space, getting smaller with every passing minute. We need to get out of here now. Open the door. Open the damn door. No. They'll all get sick. Nothing seems too bad. Someone might be angry. Keeping the door closed was the right thing to do, but the tensions are rising. In our tiny little shelter. There isn't anything new bothering Mary Jane. Timmy seems okay, as much as he can be in our current situation. Dolores would really love to eat something. No new problems are troubling Ted this fine morning. Wait, did they say Dolores needs to eat something? I played it fast and loose with his life. If he died, so be it. If he lived, fantastic. That is what I did. Alright, truth or dare, Ember? We've been preparing for this expedition since yesterday, and feel ready to go right now. We should be the lucky ones to venture into the unknown. Actually, I'm going to send Timmy. Good luck, little Timmy. That is Timmy, right? Why can't I click on their names? Oh, I can do this. It is Timmy! Wow, I kept calling him Jimmy. Thirsty, hungry, and tired. Alright, have you ever played this game before? Oh, wait, no. Wait, I already know that. You have. Give me a moment. Getting something to drink for Mary Jane sounds like a right idea. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what to do if he doesn't come back. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores has to drink sometimes. If Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last too long. Wait, she... We can't keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we'll start thinking about getting away. You've seen gameplay. Okay. Well, you're watching a gameplay right now, Rock Puppy. We can keep sitting on our backsides here. Oh, yeah. Too bad the radio broke. This is actually a fairly decent game. It's really easy to pass the time, but if you're in a quiet room, I wouldn't recommend it. It's actually rather... The music is impressive, but kind of off-putting. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use the radio. Dolores hasn't eaten in a while. Ted's alright. I thought about playing this game while I was in a sociology class, and no. I loaded up my laptop and I'm like, oh, I wonder how this will go. Truth. I gotta stop putting my hand to my chin. I do that when I instinctively want to think. It's messing up my my recording. Because I can't tell what I'm doing. Truth. What is something you think I could do better with my stream? We keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day, when there weren't as many bombs falling down. Not on our heads, anyway. Getting a good feeling about this playthrough. Think it might last a little longer. Oh, because she's just tired now. Thank God. Ted, she's fine. She's just tired. After a few days in the shelter, she'll be back to normal. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for harsh reality that awaits us. Mary Jane says she is fine, doesn't need anything. That's where it would have been. No new problems are troubling Ted this fine morning. That trash can of ours is getting disgusting. The good news is we don't have much of an appetite when we see it, so we're saving some food. Yet for some reason... Well, thank you, Ember, but unfortunately that doesn't help me improve. But thank you. We're saving some food, yet for some reason we would like to tidy this mess up. Giant cockroaches are looking pretty... I'm gonna kill the cockroaches this time. I can't not do it. Last time I didn't kill them, and everyone just got so sick. Wow! Timmy came back, and he brought food! Lots of food! We dodged a bullet this time. That bullet was huge, hairy, and had 8 legs, and a glowing head. Hopefully we won't have to deal with them again. If I ever saw a rad roach in real life, I think I would just walk away, grab something long and sharp, and just try and stab it in the head. I guess truth. And we were afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. We set off on an expedition nearby zoo he used to visit on weekends. We're happy to report that it was a productive supply run, as well as an educational trip. We saw pterodactyl whales, chimpandeers, a porcupony, a small army of cat roaches, and other majestic creatures that have emerged among the post-nuclear fauna. The marine life section had collapsed turning into a radioactive pond in the middle of the zoo filled with creatures. Well, I don't know. It would depend if it was trying to eat me. If a rad roach came at me real life, I think I would try to get it away from me. I wouldn't try to step on it with my bare foot, that's for sure. Might spit acid on me. But I couldn't just ignore it if it was right in front of me. And if it started running away, sure, let it go. It came at me, I'd defend myself from it. If it would just stood there and I'd been like, either I kill it now or it becomes an issue later, I will try to not let her die. I will try very hard to not let her die. You just mind your manners with that, sir. Alright, you can have truth or dare. The marine life section had collapsed, turning into a radioactive pond in the middle of the zoo, filled with creatures like piranhas and sea ponies. In a half-destroyed aquarium control room, we found an undamaged cupboard with some supplies. 2 water, a med kit, a friendly-looking crabtopotamus lazily observed the sea life section from a distance. In its den, we found the body of a zoo worker with some of its possessions lying around. 8+1 to the med kit. Oh, great. Running away from a humongous trap. Well, I'm going to give up on that one. We made our escape through the zoo souvenir shop. Most of it was torn to shreds by the bomb, but an awfully few things were still lying around. +1 food. Timmy's very hungry. He's really tired. Everyone gets to eat and drink tonight. It's been a while. I don't know much about what's happening on the surface. If only we had a chance to tune in to some emergency radio broadcast and learn a thing or two. They say ignorance is bliss. If Deathclaw was right in front of me, I feel like I would hear or see it coming. So I would probably try to hide if I could. Otherwise, run downhill and over rocks. Knowing him, he'll just glitch and get stuck on the edge. God, I think the Deathclaw, wasn't the Deathclaw in Fallout a function of an attempt at making a super creature? And that got mutated? I know it's like part bear. I think it's like part bear, part moose. A bunch of apex predators. I have no idea. I asked you truth or dare. Or was you asking me? I lost track. It's impressive how well Mary Jane. Yeah, if running is effective until you get about 3 steps and the Deathclaw's already on you, has you, and is biting your head off. You may be best to stand your ground on that one and just avoid it till you find a way out of the situation. Like, kind of do the Dark Souls maneuver. Just sit there and tuck and roll, going around it until you find a way out. Otherwise, you may just, running in a straight line would just get you killed from a Deathclaw. They can see you, they can smell you, and they will hunt you. I'm going to send Ted this time. No gas mask, though. She's just tired. I don't think the Grafton monster would ever just exist. I will go back and take notes. I did that with my last stream. I also realized that my last stream for some reason cut off earlier and did not get my my outro. It didn't capture it. I also was lagging when it came in. So I'm going to definitely double check that and maybe find a way to get some sort of countdown timer so that I know exactly when I need to start and stop. I've got a few of my own notes. I'm very critical of myself. Sometimes. Most of the time. Maybe too often. Whatever. I'm not going introspective here. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. Timmy is very hungry. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about. Ted is left for the surface. Hopefully he'll be back soon. We looked up, and it's easy to grow tired of this situation. We're locked up, and it's easy to grow tired of this situation. Dolores has been looking rather down for a while. She even refuses to eat soup. How crazy is that? It's hard to say if we can help her, but trying to cheer her up might be worth a shot. I feel like if I had picked the book, maybe they would just slap her in the face with the book. I don't know. Oh, I think Dolores is rested, but she's insane. Thirsty and crazy. Alright, truth or dare? Avoiding problems is always the best solution, so we were truly surprised when Dolores went completely crazy. We should get Mary Jane something to drink. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Dolores is rested. Dolores' sanity is questionable. Dolores has to drink sometime. One more day. I'll go one more day and everyone will get food and water. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. No! Nope. Oh, cool. Dare. Alright, if at all possible, I dare you to do 15 sit-ups. Our grandparents always told us to never buy anything sight unseen. Mary Jane keeps fainting. Don't have the radio. She looks kind of odd in that position. You would think she would be doing something like, maybe her makeup would be a little crazier, or her hair would be up. Is there one thing we need to do? Oh, okay. Easy. Fine. Is there one thing we need to do? It's to use a radio on a regular basis. Mary Jane says she's fine, doesn't need anything. Timmy was good 5 minutes ago. Dolores is clearly giving into the madness. We wish we could stop it. What we could be able to give to enjoy the sunshine again. We can't say there's a lot to do under the light underground. I am losing my place in reading that. What we would give to be able to enjoy the sunshine again. We can't say there's a lot of light underground. We don't expect it to get any brighter down here. Hundreds of push-ups. I'm gonna call BS on that one. Even in my prime in gym class, I couldn't do hundreds of push-ups. I could do maybe 100 push-ups. Maybe. Depends on the day. And if it was before or after lunch. Because after lunch, I could probably do it. Tim came back. Ted. His name's Ted. We can take care of ourselves. Ted has safely returned from his voyage to the surface. It might sound paranoid, but we think someone's followed us. Let's hope this doesn't happen again. The proud Elson Hotel was completely destroyed. I'll go with truth. Piles and piles of luggage were lying between heaps of rubble. Only a few rooms of lower levels partially survived. One can of food, one thing of water. Now we know the secret to their restaurant chef. It was tomato soup. Surprise, surprise. Wonder if they were a five... no wonder they were a 5-star hotel. Every room was stocked with water bottles for guests. A few of them remained relatively untouched by the explosion. Mary Jane seems fine today. Hopefully it will stay that way. Timmy should eat something. Dolores isn't looking very well. Her sanity is very questionable. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted will get food. Well, I have to do 3 sets, so 3 sets of 100, and we have to record, so I have video. I don't need the evidence. The evidence of your healthy demeanor would be enough for me. We stumbled upon the remains of a bandit's shantytown. Someone or something tore it down. Nope, to the cats. I wonder if the cats would ever save you. If there was ever like a situation where like, hey, bandits are coming, and the cat jumps out there and chases them back to their wherever. We don't need any more mouths to feed. Also, cat can't be trusted, especially in these troubled times. We ignored the scratching and everything was quiet last night. We guess the creature went away. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane's been asking about it all day. Timmy should try to eat something. Timmy's been he needs water. Yeah. I'm going to send Dolores. This time, should I give her something? I can give her a map. I'll give her the map. Hopefully it comes back. Cats can be very mean. It has actually been seen that a house cat, if locked in a room alone and its owner dies, it will actually eat its dead owner. Although a dog, I don't think there's ever been a reported instance of a loved dog eating its owner after the owner died. You're drinking tea. Tea and pizza. If it's not sweet tea, that just sounds weird. You know what? I should have sent her. She's the only one I haven't sent out yet. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Timmy is very hungry. Dolores is on her own. Alright. Food and water on day 22. They can last 8 days. Day 30 is the next time. I think, no. 28. Day 28 is when they'll need to eat and drink again. We keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day, when there weren't as many bombs falling down. At least, not on our heads, anyway. Hello, everybody to the stream. How are y'all doing? I put freaking instead of drinking. It says drinking. Oh, you're freaking some good ass. Oh, wow, yeah, do not be freaking your tea. Don't freak your tea. I don't think it'll taste very well. What we make of today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it right. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who couldn't in this coffin-side shelter? Timmy should eat something. Timmy seems to be doing all right, even though the world has gone to J. Krabby Place. Let's see here. He's tired. And he's hungry. Well, you're gonna have to wait a few more days. Maybe I should give him a little bit of food. There's an armed and dangerous woman outside. Fortunately, she's out of ammo. She tells us she hunts the wild beasts of the wastes, and right now she's on the trail of a giant mutated spider. We're pretty sure she's lost her mind. What are you gonna do with that spider, lady? Put it on a leash? She promises that if we help her, she will return the favor another day. I would love to help her, but I cannot. Day 24, all right. We're quickly up. What's with the mustard? Fatigued. That's not mustard, that would be ketchup. Or tomato. Probably tomato. An armed person who murders things for a living. Giant mutated spiders in our neighborhood? We don't want to have anything to do with that stuff. Goodbye, lady. Bye-bye. Mary Jane is pretty fatigued. Nothing new to report on Timmy. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. They seem fine. The trash can is becoming full of empty soup cans, and that unmentionable bucket is overflowing. Both of them are tracked strangely glowing, suspiciously big insects, wildlife, roaches. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't. I thought that was kind of a commonly known fact about cats. Don't worry, as long as you just feed them, you're good to go. Just don't die in your house locked in a room with them. And keep in mind, they don't normally start eating you until you're dead. So, don't die. Live forever. Well, sometimes they do it without even starving. So that's the weird thing. Like, they'll have a full bowl of food, but then they see meat and they're like, I want to eat that. But yeah, cats, they're great until they're not. Sometimes they're assholes. Oh my, that thing is huge. And there goes another. One roach is everywhere. We're doomed. We already feel all dirty. We should get Mary Jane something to drink, some water for Timmy. Ted needs it. They need to wait 2 more days. I don't have a radio. Dolores should be back soon. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio. Alright. Alright. They drink. Mary Jane is injured on her last expedition. She didn't mention it to us and we didn't notice. It wasn't a problem until just now. It seems her injury got infected and she's in bad shape. Use the axe. Yay, Dolores is back. But we lost the axe. Mary Jane got the wrong idea when we brandished the axe. She tried to limp out of the bunker. Unfortunately, she was too slow, and we were able to explain our intentions before she ran off. Heating the axe's blade allowed us to clean the wound and stop it from festering. Now it's up to her immune system to fight off the infection. We had to break our axe to do it, but she's looking better today. We're so hopeful that it was worth it. We're glad to see Dolores came back safely from the wasteland. She brought back the map. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have followed by strangers. We must be more cautious next time. A few days before the blast, Timmy got into a fight with a kid named Ethan and beat him with a stick. We were supposed to visit Ethan's parents and talk about the incident, but we were a bit busy back then. Well, now we have all the time in the world, and although it looked like our friends weren't home, we still decided to pay them a visit. We were invited, after all. These people were obsessed with tomato soup. We saw many cans in their ruined kitchen. Most of them were damaged, and all the tomato goodness had leaked out. But some had survived. Behind the remains of the kitchen counter, we found some bottled water. It's not our favorite brand, but it will have to do. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Timmy's on his best behavior. How long will it last? Dolores would really love to eat something. Dolores is really tired. Ted is fine. She's hungry, crazy, tired, and fatigued. Tired, hungry, and fatigued. Timmy. So I need to give the women food and water. No, I need to give them food. She just needs food. It's like the one thing I don't have is food. I'm going to send Mary Jane this time. We heard a knock on the door this morning. We held our breath in fear, but we soon heard children's voices coming from outside. We decided to open it up. It turned out the voices belonged to a pair of Girl Scouts. They used to sell cookies, but they have branched out now and are offer items to smart girls. They offer a gun for an axe. They offer gas mask for a... I'm going to say no. I've been lucky so far, and hopefully I'll ride this luck train all the way out to station. Hungry, tired, fatigued. Hungry and fatigued. Although the girls are very brave to walk around the wasteland like that, sadly they didn't have anything of interest to us, so we declined their offer. They wished us a nice day and left. They are probably very tired of tomato soup, but when your other option is starving, you don't have much of a choice. I'm going to send her out barehanded. I don't know where she's going to go. And good, you get to stay. It's always nice to have friendly faces. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Tim is good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Ted is rested. Let's see here. I need to give her food. Turns out Mr. Freeman, the physics teacher at Timmy's school, was right. 1 + 1 does indeed make 2. In our case, 2 or more cockroaches, because their little keep coming back. We need to clean up our mess or end up with a full-blown infestation. I'm not going to use a gun because I feel like that would explode inside a bunker. I don't have rat poison, and I don't have the she's sick. Wow, she has everything but dehydration. Our time will come, but for the time being, we'll just have to adapt to this living situation. They're here, and we're here, so let's make the best of it. They're little only cockroaches, after all. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Dolores has not eaten for a while. Dolores has come down with the sickness. There isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble for him. No new trouble. Morgan Freeman. Yes, I can do a small bit of Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I cannot do that, Morgan. I feel like I'm just insulting Morgan Freeman at that point. What are we playing? Half-Life? No, I'm playing 60 Seconds. Okay, she's cured. He's that tired, thirsty, fatigued. Thirsty, tired, and fatigued. There's nothing here. Maybe if we try really hard, we can hear the neighbors in their shelters. We can't leave Timmy without water for too long. Timmy is really tired. There has to be some water left. Dolores should get it. Dolores was cured from her illness. Where is water when Ted needs it? Ted is really tired. I'm going to go one more day without water. One more day. It's not easy to be calm in these circumstances. Hopefully we'll keep our peace or else. We might need to act like a wolf. Survival of the fittest and all. Don't be dead. Yay, they're not dead. Timmy needs water. Ted's got 1 foot in the grave. We're trying our best to remain calm in the situation. We're in far from normal, and we might never get used to it. Hope help comes soon. We can't keep... I don't have a radio! Stop asking me about the radio! She's still crazy. Deranged! Wow. Good thing I sent Mary Jane out when I did, otherwise she might not have ever gone out again. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use the radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcast. Dolores has really lost it. Today we caught her red-handed, gorging on our supplies and completely ignoring our strict but fair rationing policy. We were insisted that she stop. First she became really irritated, and then to our dismay, she burst into tears apologizing for her behavior. You can sort of split it. They each get a small section of 1 can of soup. If you just click on the soup can, though, it'll give each of them a little bit of the already existing soup. Like I can show you here in a moment. We don't know what to make of this. Timmy's on his best behavior. Ted is in a fine. So when you click on the soup like this, it gives them all a little bit of each soup can. Or if I click on them individually, I give them each part of 1 soup can. Same thing with the water. Deranged, tired and fatigued, tired and fatigued, tired and fatigued. Oh shit. I thought I almost gave her water. Choose dare, give me a hard one. If you have it, I dare you to follow me on Twitter. Ha! Either one of those. Actually, I don't care about the Twitter one. I bet there'd be something better. I have a Twitter just for the sake of having one at this point. I put up clips on it, but that's about it. Let's think of something different. Confined spaces are not very friendly environment, and we quickly got into an argument over some trivial things. If this keeps on, we might find ourselves in a nasty place. All 4 of them are surviving so far. Mary Jane is back! And she brought food. And ammo. Enough arguing. There are more important things to worry about. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. It's the same thing, it's Rogue and Breaker. I'm trying to keep it all the same. But, no, don't worry about downloading Twitter if you don't have it. Let me think. I dare you to get someone else to follow me on Twitter. Not Twitter, on Twitch. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. During our expedition, we stumbled across a half-ruined wall with some half-burnt paintings on it. We quickly realized we found the ruins of our local museum. Normally, we would never enter an establishment like that without a ticket, but despite desperate times calls for desperate measures. We jumped over the wall, turns out, we jumped over the turnstile without looking back. In front of the museum canteen, we found a box with some water bottles in it. It was probably left there by some delivery company. That delivery company is probably out of business by now. Our guess is it was blown out of the market. Boo. Actually, I kind of like puns. We were hoping for some sweets or snacks, but all the museum canteen had to offer was tomato soup. Those poor, poor tourists. The half-ruined wall is all that's left of the main corridor. Some paintings are still hanging, but they're almost unrecognizable. At the end of the corridor, we found a museum guard sitting on a chair. Or at least something that used to be the museum guard. We found some ammo in his pocket, or at least something that used to be his pocket. Okay, they can drop that analogy. Mary Jane is starving. We should better give her something food, or else Mary Jane is really tired. Timmy's good. She might go over the brink of sanity. I don't have anything to cure Dolores with. We found an anonymous note next to our shelter door. Whoever wrote it requests that we send one representative to a meeting tonight in a set location. That person must come unarmed. This bit worries us, but the author assures us he or she is friendly and doesn't mean to hurt us. Send Dolores. I got more food. The meeting was organized by twin siblings, a brother and a sister who took it upon themselves to scout the remains of the city, looking for trustworthy and decent people. They seemed honest in their intentions, and we're more than happy to meet them again. They said they know where to find us, and they're going to contact us if they need some help. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Mary Jane's diet could use a little food. Timmy is very hungry. Timmy prefers apple juice. They need water. I'm gonna go one more day. I don't think I can do an expedition. Let's see if I can. It seems that for every cockroach we squash our boots, another one takes its place. Oh, she's sick. Timmy is very hungry. Mary Jane contacted an illness. Right, they all get food and water. I can't send anyone out, darn it. They should all be fine here in a moment. Oh, hey, look, Dolores is okay. Ish. Okay-er. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Timmy is very hungry. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity. Do something. Dolores has rested. Ted's stomach is rumbling. I don't have enough food to keep giving them all food every day like that. Deranged. Everyone but Dolores. I gotta send Dolores. I don't want to make a deal with this guy. Mary Jane is rested. Timmy is good, at least as well as he was 5 minutes ago. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink. Our grandparents always taught, yep, no, never buy anything sight unseen. Deranged and fatigued, hungry, tired and fatigued, sick and fatigued. He'll get a little bit of Dolores' food that she didn't get. I can only send Dolores. I don't know what'll happen if I send her out with the ammo. The flashlight might be good, but I'll send her out with the ammo. I don't have a gun, so ammo's a little pointless at the moment. Mary Jane is very thirsty and has to drink something. Some water for Timmy would be nice. Timmy has rested. Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she makes it back safe and sound. They can go one more day without water. If there's anyone who can rescue us from the... yeah, it's the government. Yeah. The hell situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens, we've been paying our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except for that one time, never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our ears and eyes open for any sign from them. Last man standing. I got an achievement. I can't believe I've lasted this long. If there's one thing that we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcast. Mary Jane keeps fainting. They all need water. Sometimes a sudden urge to play an instrument takes us over, to create beautiful sounds to be shared with the world around us, to sing and play and have cute mutated animals come to our feet to listen, like a post-apocalyptic Snow White. Shall we? Sure. I've got a harmonica, why not? They seemed okay. Fatigued, sick and fatigued. I wish I had something to cure her. Be careful what you wish for. After a few minutes of playing, a small group of mutated cockroaches jumped out of the cracks of our walls and started moving to the rhythm of the song. They ran around in circles and shook their little antennae. Antenna? I think it's antennae. It would be adorable if they weren't so disgusting. What are we supposed to do with them now? You said you wanted a hard one, Ember. Mary Jane says she's fine, doesn't need anything. Despite the dire circumstances and all the trouble we're going through, Timmy is being very brave. No new problems are troubling Ted this fine morning. The funky cockroaches haven't really left us. To be fair, they aren't causing that much trouble. They even seem relatively friendly and curious. Just this morning we opened our eyes and saw them standing in a perfect line right in front of us, as if they're waiting for something. Disco Roach. Did they leave? If you can't beat them, then join them. We figured the roaches are craving more of our music, so we fulfilled their unspoken request. They started joyfully prancing around again, creating fun shapes on the floor. Then all of a sudden they all left in one line. We thought the show was over. But they soon came back in a group carrying supplies on their strong, mutated backs. Insane! Looks like we made some new friends. Disgusting, mutated, radioactive friends. Mary Jane is feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Timmy seems okay. There isn't much going on with it. I can't believe they brought me food and water. Yeah, my dare was for Ember Lover to try and find someone else to follow me on Twitch. Mostly because I just want to hear my thing go off again, but followers are always nice. But, yeah, they couldn't figure that one out. So I'm thinking of another one. How about drink a glass of water? That's what I got. It's not very creative, but that's what I got. I don't have any of that. Confined spaces are not a very friendly environment, and we quickly got into an argument over some trivial things that keeps on we might find ourselves in a nasty place. I wish I could cure her. 43. Oh boy, she came back with a lot of stuff. I can cure her now. Hungry, deranged, tired, and fatigued. Enough arguing, there are more important things to worry about. I'm gonna do this for just you and him. Oh, are you gonna follow me? I really appreciate it. Enough arguing, there were more important things to worry about. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. Leave you over our expedition. I love hearing that. I had to find that one. You know how hard it was to find a bunch of different noises and like the weird little scripts that play? I don't think it's playing, but the noise still went through. Thank you. We were glad to see Dolores come back safely from the wasteland. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. Still have a lock and key. We spotted an untouched store with many products inside, even food, different than tomato soup. A real treat in this post-apocalyptic times. When we were about to reach it, a terrible noise made us stop in our tracks. Something heavy fell straight from the sky, crashing into the store and destroying it completely. After the dust settled, we realized we were looking at a spaceship. Just like in Timmy's comics. Could it be Saucermen from Mars? Then why does it bear the American flag on the side and the logo of something called Astro Citizen? Could it be infiltration? Crafty little alien buggers? Did they work in a nod to their other game? Wow. Under a bunch of metal space junk, we found a tired old teddy bear and some supplies. The bear looked disappointed. We ended up turning him around. We could not handle his judgmental button eyes. Plus 2 cans of food. Someone stuffed a bunch of items into a big sock. Not sure how the sock made it through the crash, but it somehow succeeded at protecting the supplies inside. Plus 1 water. We were tempted to take a bunch of jewelry that was rolling around the debris, but what would we do with it? Instead, we adopted some things that survived just to be stuck in an empty space helmet. A plus 1 to an axe, plus 2, wow. During the trip, we lit a fire to warm up a bit. It wasn't long before we had a few bandits standing next to our fireplace demanding we give them all of our supplies. In a sudden rush of adrenaline, we decided to toss a few bullets into the fire. What followed was a barrage that sent those bastards running with their pants on fire. In their haste, they forgot a few of their own belongings. The ammunition we took with us, we don't have it anymore. Oops. I traded one thing for like 5 more? I'm good with that. Wow. Mary Jane's diet could use a little more food. We could spare some water. Mary Jane has been asking about it. Timmy should get something to eat. Alright, everybody gets food and water. I think this time I'll send out Timmy. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out and leave? Walk the surface like we used to, smell the fumes and pollution. That's the scent of freedom we miss. Oh, I could have cured her. I need to cure her. My bad. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared cross her path. You know, I might actually leave her sick until it says she absolutely needs it. Because she may be cured of it on her own just by feeding her food and water regularly. I'll just keep giving her water. She should get over it. What can I give him? Axe? I'll give him the map. Don't you dare break it, Timmy. God, the knocking. Okay. Okay, so this has thrown me off twice. The knocking sounds like it's coming from behind me IRL. Oh my god. Come in. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared cross her path. Timmy went out to get to the wasteland. We hope he comes back. Dolores should really love to eat something. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity. Do something. The siblings kept their word and visited us again with a request. Seeing as they are slowly running out of space in their tent, their group is attempting to build a small camp for themselves. They have already gathered some resources, but they need someone to help them chop wood and build houses. Alright. I got an axe. Oh, and it came back. Sweet. It took a few hours, but we managed to chop everything they asked us to, and even a bit more. Everybody was really grateful, and we got a lot of friendly pats on the back. Helping people and working together sure is a nice feeling. We hope we get to visit our friends in their new home one day. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared cross her path. Dolores has not eaten for a while, and there has to be some water left. You need... They all get a bit of water. I know they want the radio. I don't have a working radio. Maybe if one of them would fiddle with it. Oh, they're knocking on the door again. Come in. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis. Mary Jane isn't getting any better today. Isn't much going on with Ted. No trouble. Nothing new. Alright, I'm going to have to cure Dolores. The wasteland is full of surprises, like this one man on the other side of our door knocking and claiming that he's willing to offer a lot for decent ammunition. What shall we trade? This is all I got. We offered checkers instead of ammunition. The visitor was quite confused and tried to explain to us what ammunition is. We pretended to understand nothing. It was very amusing until he left with our checkers board. Asshole. Mary Jane is all well now. Well, sweet! With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity. Do something. This morning has been calm enough for Ted, and he's doing well. Oh, you got your pizza. What kind of pizza did you get? We always thought life could be much better. That was before we got nuked. Now we... I hope I win too. Looks like... Thirsty, hungry, fatigued. Thirsty, deranged, fatigued. Thirsty and fatigued. 49. Memories or not, we need to keep our heads clear and keep a grip on reality ahead of us. Mary Jane's diet could use a little more food. We should get Mary Jane something to drink. Dolores has to drink sometimes. Ted is really thirsty. We'll wait a little longer. I will send Ted out. We felt that we should do something about our interior. Yes! Finally! There might be good food, some good stuff in here. Day 50. Did I find anything? Or is it just empty? We inspected every corner of the room and found nothing. Well, that was a waste of time. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Mary Jane keeps fainting. Alright. Are you winning some? Yeah. Come in. All the oxen free. Ted left for the surface. We hope you'll be back soon. There's a man at our doorstep and he wants to be our friend. At least that's what he says. He looks harmless, although he seems to have acquired an extra pair of arms as a result of some weird mutation. He assures us we will not get sick and asks for our help, if we could provide him and his group with some supplies. They would repay us by helping us fight off the next raiding party. Yes, I have some spare water. I don't have any spare food. Whether it was pity or just fear of bandits, we're not sure, but in the end we agreed to his terms. We will be calmer knowing that someone else is looking out for us, especially someone with so many arms. I have nothing for you, Dolores. How about that? That lake we've been going to for the past few years. It would be so good to find ourselves there, far away from all this madness. Swim a little, talk a little, take a boat, ride, even if the whole place turned into Adamville. Adamville. Why do I feel like I should know that one? Oh, is she thirsty, deranged, and fatigued? Thirsty and fatigued. They'll get over it. Everyone has to drink sometimes. Mary Jane, is there any water left? Dolores has to drink sometimes. Dolores is rested. One more day. My goal is to get to 60 days. With all 4 of them. This is working well so far. If there's one thing we need to do... Okay. If there's one thing we need to do, it's to use a radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts. I want to stop reading that one. It keeps giving me that one. Whoever designed this fallout shelter was a genius, but we can't really tell if that green stuff draining from the pipe is an included feature. We should probably try doing something about it with whatever we thought we got down here. I don't have anything. Oh my god, my neck. Oh, I hope I hope this just picked it up. My neck just cracked. We couldn't figure it out, so we just assumed that was a regular pipe. What would we do in the event of a nuclear apocalypse and decided to ignore it? Okay, we couldn't figure it out, so we just assumed that that's what a regular pipe would do in the event of a nuclear apocalypse, and decided to ignore it. We've been feeling a bit funny today, though. Probably no connection to the pipe. None whatsoever. Mary Jane's diet could use with a little food. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity. They can go a little longer without food. We were happy to host the siblings and a few of their friends today when they visited our shelter. We found out that their camp project has been almost completed. The houses are standing and people are slowly moving in, but there's one more thing to think of. The children, and specifically their education. If the kids are to grow up to be smart and able wastelanders, they need to learn, and learn you need books. Lots of books. Do we have any? No. I feel like I've missed something with Timmy. Like, maybe he's not coming back. It was very unwise of Ted to walk right into the hands of a gang of filthy bandits camped nearby. He's not coming back. Aww. We wish we were able to take some of Timmy's comics, and we miss reading our morning paper. But we've got nothing of the sort of bunker right now. Mary Jane is quite hungry. When conducting our daily supply count, we noticed that a soup can was missing. We're absolutely sure it was there just yesterday. We can only mean one thing. We have a soup thief among us. Now we just need to figure out who this culprit was. Who ate the soup? I'm gonna say it was Mary Jane. No. We blame no one. Hopefully that's a thing. Whatever happened to our precious soup, we will let it go. One can isn't worth the drama and arguments that would ensue, and we really don't have enough evidence to figure out who did it. Maybe we just made a mistake when counting. We'll never know, for sure. But if someone did steal it, they'll be taking their secret to the grave. Can we spare some water? Mary Jane has been asking about it all day. Dolores wants something to drink. I can go another day or two. I'll send Mary Jane this time. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag paid us a visit. He offered a simple one-time deal for just one can of soup. We can get the bag and all of its contents. I can't trade the soup. I cannot trade the soup. I do not have any more soup. Our grandparents always told us to... Yeah. Oh. Hold up, what did that say? Dolores without much water. Yeah. I'm going to give her the flashlight this time. She might find something good. Day 59. Just crazy old Dolores. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity. Do something. Eat while they're gone. We opened the bunker door this morning, let out some radioactive air on our doorstep. There was a note on it, and the neighborhood seemed empty. Should we take? No. Every time I've opened one of these, it's been bad. Welcome everyone to the stream. Man, I'm getting a little popular today. It's kind of odd for me. Yep. It's pretty simple. If we don't know where it comes from, we can't trust it. There's no way we're taking this gift. We left it outside, and maybe some cockroach will want it. The kind of cockroach that enjoys ties, the occasional cigar, and, of course, leather suitcases. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity and do something. I got nothing to do. She can play the harmonica. I don't have a radio. This is the longest I've lasted in this game, like, ever. Ted isn't coming back. I don't think Tim is coming back. If there's one thing we need to... Yeah. We wish we could just leave. Sitting down here and barely anything to do is driving us crazy. The end. If I reach 100 followers in one day, that would be nuts. I'm already at... Ooh, I think I'm getting close to 60, actually. My count on my timer is a little off. Good night, Rock Puppy. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great evening. Hopefully the time to leave will come soon. The commotion coming from outside could only mean one thing. Bandits. Mary Jane probably walked right into them. We need to face the possibility that she's not coming back. It was a dark day for our family this morning. We realized Dolores was left the bunker. Unfortunately, she could no longer contain her insanity. We found a short note in which she explained that she's setting out to find her father, and that it's her dream to follow in his footsteps and do something good for the people of the wasteland. We have no idea what she meant, but we're going to miss her dearly. Good luck, Dolores. We didn't make it. These are our final words and our advice to anyone who reads this obscured writing. We held out for 62 days. Wow. Dolores went crazy. Ted was captured. Timmy was captured! Oh, man. Okay. That's what... Okay. On day 49, he was captured. I should have stopped. I didn't read it when he said he was captured. I really should have stopped sending people out. Darn it. Well, that sucked. You know what? What do I know? Taser, that is probably my best run through I've ever done, and probably the best one I'll ever do. Tomorrow, expect a few more falls. I will expect them, Ember. I will expect them with bated breath. And if anyone's alright, I'm thinking I might switch games. I just gotta figure out which game I want to switch. All right. If you'll give me a moment, the stream will continue, but it will be kind of paused. No, not paused, but... Come on. There I am. We like Fortnite. I do not have Fortnite on my computer, nor will I be playing Fortnite on my computer. You better be joking. Oh, I have got 11 alerts. Let's see what that's about. Over the last 2 minutes, I have had a ridiculous drop in frame rate. Ooh, that's not good. Let's see what I can play that won't crash my system. Can't do that. Can't do that. That probably won't be entertaining. No. That would work, but it's not entertaining. Man, I need more games. We'll try this one. No, that one, no. Nope, not good yet. I'd love to play Gary's mod and get some prop hunt going, but that doesn't work well for me. It takes me like half an hour just to get into a game. Where did it go? I just saw it. There it is. All right. Shrink myself back down. Go back in the corner. Lock me in place. All right. This should hopefully work. Give it a moment. It is loading up. Ha! That worked. This is please don't touch anything. My screen is kind of doing a weird thing right now. This might not actually be working. Oh, okay, I just had to resume the game. Yeah, it's working now, mostly. Press the button. Uh-oh. We'll hit restart. Just keep clicking restart. Oh, wait, hold up, it did something. This is kind of a passerby game. It's really meant to just waste time. Grounding Day. It's interesting. It's kind of an old thing. I don't know. Oh, you get lower with each passover. I didn't win. Was I just bombing my own city? This is really loud audio. Please save me. Okay.
That was really, really loud audio. Yeah, that's not how bombs work. So it should be this one, this one, this one, this one. You. I believe it goes 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. Don't do it. Morse code. Dot. Oh, geez. That is a long list of numbers that I cannot remember. Somebody remember this for me, because I'm not. Okay. If I flip that, that'll be bad. Morse code, Morse code. That one, that one, that one, that one. Oh, what'd I do? Oh. Oh boy. Well, there we go. You got the job. What job? Okay. This book is this one's kind of odd. You know, it might have been more entertaining to watch me fail at Aim Lab, which is what I think I'm gonna go do. Because this is not as entertaining as I thought it would be. So if you'll give me a moment. Ooh, I hope this is updated. It was updating before. Nope, it's updating. So we'll try this one. I don't know what the heck I'm doing with it. I hope it works. This might lag me out. This might crash my stream. So just stay tuned. If it works. If it turns on. Is it turning on? It's turning on! I've never played this game before, but many of you will know it. I was going to play it with a friend, but they never got back to me on that. It is, I believe, loading. Up, and it's crashed. It's called non-reliable viewers. Yeah, I've got a few viewers. Some of them were people I literally just sought out, and I'm like, hey, if you want to play like Overwatch again, go send me a friend request, and hey, follow me on Twitch. It'll be a great Christmas gift. Some people I went into games like Fallout 76. Yes, I was trying to play Among Us. I have it. I haven't played it before, so I don't know how the controls work, but I do know how it theoretically works. Oh yeah, there it goes. Cool. What was I saying? I was saying something. I don't remember what. Theoretically, something